everybody! Anime Reflux, yay! Woo.
Yippee.
Hmm.
Uh, Rentai Magica, or Rental Magica, as it actually is, and not the stupid way I said
Yeah.
it before when we first picked this anime. So, yeah,
Honestly, it didn't strike me as bad at all, but it seemed interesting enough, but it didn't really get to the interesting parts in this episode. It's not the
I
same.
yeah. I
It's not
have
the.
actually
Hmm.
sorry, you can go.
It's not the same as it was for what was it, Zipang, where we only got to the start of the main plot in episode 2, but it just seems like I don't know how to put it. Just a lot of setup and not a lot of payoff, but not in the same way.
also,
Yeah.
as an aside, zaping!
Yeah, I saw that coming.
Yeah,
So
didn't want to
first things
interrupt.
first, we do have to say that this show was aired um, non chronologically, meaning that the first episode that is in release order is episode 2. In addition, I have seen, or at least I tried to watch this show before, and I believe it was that fact of the whole out of release order that just confused me and is why I stopped trying to watch this show.
And it is fully intentional. Like, I looked that up before we started. That, yeah, it's supposed to be. I didn't watch it, but it's supposed to be kind of like Haruhi Suzumiya, because that did the same thing.
Yeah.
I don't know how effective it is, but for the first episode in release order, it actually did a pretty good job of being a first episode, despite being episode 2.
Mm-hmm.
It skips through a lot of the setup. Like there's still a lot of setup in this episode, but skips through a lot of what I feel would be establishing setup and
Yeah,
probably
you get through basically setting up the scenario in about 3 sentences because technically that's already been established.
yes.
Which is really nice because this is a setup that we've seen a lot of times on this show. Um, this is the setup where there is a kid who is not anything special but belongs to a special group of people, even though he isn't special himself, and is expected to take on a leadership role or an important role, even though he isn't special in any way. See Katakyo Hitman Reborn, or fucking, you could argue Naruto to an
Yeah.
extent.
I
There's a
mean,
lot of shows like this. Fucking all those harem shows that we fucking had to watch
mhm.
for this show. Yeah.
One of the major benefits of airing it out of order is when you show that first episode with the setup, the goal would be you already know these characters, so that matters a lot more because you can see how these characters meet each other
Yeah,
after you've
it's
already
not for
gotten to know them.
expositing plot, it's expositing where the characters came from.
Yes.
Yeah.
So I can appreciate that.
Yeah. It's really convenient for us because it's basically like it's one of these shows and it's a magic one of these shows. Okay, cool. Let's go. So yeah, that kind of segues nicely into the synopsis. It's a one of these shows and it's a magic one of these shows. And yeah. So the protagonist, kind of, though he's not really the protagonist of this episode, is a kid who has a gigantic eye patch over his right eye. I forget his name. He is the president of a company that deals in basically a magician temp agency, effectively. You know, someone calls them up, asks to get a job done, they send someone out, and they get the job done. That's it. Just like pretty straightforward. Only he doesn't have magic. He is not a magician. He is not a mage, whatever you want to call it. So he's not fit for the role, but he has to take the role because his dad, I want to say, was the previous president of the company.
Yeah.
And they want him to leave because he's, his son. because familial roles are more important than actual merit.
For some reason.
Nepotism, yay!
I mean, there's an argument to be made for family magic stuff like that, but I don't think he ever showed anything like that. At least not yet.
There's that weird eye thing, but
which is never elaborated on.
We'll get to that. Oh, we also missed another thing that was right in the beginning of the episode, which I thought was fucking hilarious, but probably wasn't meant to be.
No,
No.
You found that funny, Casey?
Yeah, because it's literally that fucking stupid joke of, I don't have to outrun the monster, I just have to outrun someone else.
Okay, yeah, I get that. Yeah, I kind of got that too. I'm like, did he just push her down and run away? Like, what?
Better be not last.
Yeah, Yeah, I kind of hated this protagonist for a while because that's the way they made it look, and that was intentional. But yeah,
Yes.
I also
But he ran
I got
backward
very
down the
weird
hallway,
vibes from
like-
the girl as well because of that. But
He ran backward down the hallway, though, so it wasn't... It was kind of obvious that he was leading it away from her. At least it was to me.
yeah, so he's studying because he doesn't know a goddamn thing about magic, apparently. And then we have that meeting where there is a dude that looks just like Gin Ichimaru, which patient called out. Yeah, that's totally that character design. Who wants him to be the president, and there is a girl who is like, yeah. But after that, he goes to a place, I forget why, but he goes there, and it's like at a waterfront, and then there is a giant fish monster that comes rising out of the water, and there is a girl riding it with the fucking noble girl hairstyle thingy, the drill thingy. And she's like, hey, we're from another magic temp agency, and we think you should sign your company over to us, kind of thing, I think it was.
It wasn't the company, it was just the one job.
Right, okay, yeah. And he's like, I don't think I should do that. And she's like, let me help you sign. And summons a demon from the Ars Goetia, which they lean on quite a bit in this so far. And basically summons like a snake thing that wraps around his arm and tries to force him to sign the contract. And traditional witch dress girl, who was the one that was not particularly keen on him being the president of the company, saves him.
Who is his sister, right?
I don't think so.
There's some sort of past relationship between them, but whatever event we saw at the opening, either his memories were sealed or he's been traumatized from it and the memories have been repressed. Either way, he doesn't remember their previous acquaintance.
It probably says in the show summaries.
Because she says something about, why am I suffering like this? Or like, why do I feel like this? When she was in the mansion again later in the episode. So I think it might be mutual.
Yeah, so it doesn't say. There we go. Let's see if we can get... yeah, so not related. She's the granddaughter of one of the company's founders. They are not related. So
okay.
It's an Osuna Najimi kind of thing. Childhood friend. That's the angle they're going for. So, yeah. Rich girl fucks off, basically. And protagonist and Witch Girl have another conversation about whether he should be president, even though he's, not magical in any way, shape, or form. And she's like, if you don't want to do it, don't do it. That's what I think. And she flies away, and he calls her Honami-san, and she's like, you really don't remember. And we have another flashback to that scene from previously. Yeah, her wistful remembering that scene made it seem really weird considering the context they tried to give it. But, so after that, there was a nightmare, I want to say. I forget the details of it, but he was having a nightmare about something.
He was having a nightmare about that same night.
Yeah, so he wakes up and he gets a phone call from Geen. I don't remember his name, so we're just going to call him Geen. And he's like, yeah, Hanami went on this job thing, and I'm super busy, so could you, help or something? Or just go for some reason, even though you're completely not useful in anything that we actually do. Which was a little strange, but okay. So he goes out, and Witch Girl, Hanami, is at the place, and they make a big deal of this one concept of their magic system, which is something magic contamination, which they describe as basically radiation but magic.
And it does some really fucked up stuff to you.
Yeah,
Yes.
it makes the world go wacky and makes you go wacky if you're in it too long as well. In this case, it makes a house appear, like an old-fashioned mansion in a place where there was not supposed to be a building. So Hanami goes into the building, and President Guy, I don't know his name, rushes in after her, and she's like, what? Why? Basically. And he's like, well, what's his name told me to come and back you up or something. And she's like, no, you should probably go. And then he drops through a hole in the floor that wasn't there a second before. There's a hole there, and it's gone now, and so she's just kind of there on the ground floor, and he's somewhere else. Then he finds himself in a dark place underground and gets attacked by a headless horseman. Cool. So he runs away and climbs some stairs, and it's like, oh, cool, horses can't climb stairs, which, fair enough. Probably true? I don't actually know. It'd probably be difficult.
I imagine they can be trained to do a lot of things, but apparently the Headless Horseman forgot to worry about stairs.
Yeah. I imagine if it's indoor, very short, stairs, it would be really difficult, but outdoor ones tend to be built a bit further apart.
Yeah.
So, yeah, he runs upstairs, and the horseman, without horse, chases him down.
Shouldn't you have your horse with you? That's what the protagonist says in response to seeing him. Shouldn't you be with your horse? And
I didn't notice that, to be perfectly honest. Yeah. So he's like, you probably looking for a headless horseman. That's probably your whole deal. And then Hanami saves him, and even though she saved him and is ready to throw down with this thing, he is still like, hey, over here, you want to kill me, right? Multiple times, which is really dumb.
Yeah, he's got the hero complex, but it's more like, I want to die.
Yeah, it's...
When you don't have any ability to defend yourself and the other person does, you're just being stupid.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
It is really dumb. So I don't remember how, but it dies, and we get another flashback to that scene where he pushes her down when they were kids, and she apparently was the one that really wanted to go into this mansion that was much like this one, saying, "I'm a mage, it'll be fine." It turned out not to be fine. He pushed her down, and then led the shadow monster thing that was chasing them away, so she would be okay, and he was not, it turns out. She finds him, a child version of her finds him later, and his eye is... Okay, it was mentioned, like, I think during the recording of the last one of these episodes, where, you know, we were saying he's like nothing, has no ability or anything while we were reading the summary, and someone was like, yeah, but he probably gets stronger, and oh yeah, he has like a special eye thing or something, and I was like, oh god, we're gonna have one of those fucking emos with the special cool looking eye thing. No, this thing looks fucked up. It was legitimately unsettling. So yeah, he has a giant red eye that stretches about twice the size of his actual eye socket, and is very feral looking, and is bright shiny red. It looks metal as hell, and I'm kind of down with that. It's pretty good. It's a good design. So in the present tense, Hanami kills the thing and cleans up the magic stuff, and I don't really know how that interpersonal conflict of him being a complete dumbass resolves. I don't really remember, but it does. And rich girl is watching from above and is like, hey, thanks for doing that job, I guess you did that and stuff, even though we don't actually get anything out of it because we were supposed to be trying to get that
Next
job.
job is ours.
Yeah, I guess. I'm
going to transfer into your class later, bye.
Yeah, and she does that. There's the traditional one of these shows scenes at the end of the episode where the mysterious girl joins the class of the protagonist. Oh my god, I've seen this so many times.
And gets full-on catcalled. I didn't expect that.
Yeah, that was the thing. That's pretty much the episode. So
I think the interpersonal thing ends with her just saying, "Oh, you," basically.
Yeah. Oh, and he resolves to, yeah, I'll try and do the president thing, I guess. Sure. Even though we've aptly demonstrated how not suited for it I am.
In fact, because of his eye, he reacts badly around large uses of magic. So he's not only bad at it, he's like yeah.
He's actually worse than just a completely regular person would be.
Yes.
But yeah, sure. I like... We've seen a lot of these shows that do this very similar format. And that's probably a strong mark against it. Because I've seen a lot of these stations of formula so many times. But some of the things they did with it, I think, were pretty neat. Like, I like the flashback and giving us more and more context as the episode went on. I like the idea of out of order episodes. I don't know how well that would play out because obviously it doesn't. We wouldn't know from the first episode. That's not how this works. Like, that's literally the point. But I think that could be okay. That sounds interesting, at least as an experiment. I like the design of, again, that eye was fucking cool. The rest of it was pretty standard, but, you know,
So you know how some video platforms show like a thumbnail, like it's like one snapshot image of the thing, and it's
Yep.
frozen. And then you hit play, and it starts. That one snapshot was his eye, so I was spoiled by the video itself.
Mm.
It was really stupid. So that didn't have any impact for me because I already knew it was underneath it.
Yeah, I spent the whole episode just expecting it to be like, oh, his other eye is just like a regular eye but red or something, you know, fucking Sharingan, or the uh the what's his name clan from Hunter x Hunter. Yeah. I thought it was going to be something like that, but no, they actually went for it when they want special eyes. So,
I've got special eyes. Yeah. Personally, I feel no great need to watch more of it. It's more of a case of I saw a little bit of this show, and I think I had the same feeling as well back then. It's just like interesting idea for the out of order release. I always like that when they try to do something interesting with the format, but I don't think the show in itself is compelling enough or it stands out enough for me personally.
I don't really understand the release order thing. Like, I'm not opposed to it, but it just doesn't make any sense.
I don't have much to add, honestly. It, like I was saying at the beginning, just it's not bad, but it doesn't leave any. I mean, I could watch more of it, just I don't have a strong inclination to.
That's fair. Yeah, it just didn't really click with me.
It's a very kind of lukewarm reception I'm hearing.
That's a good word for it, yeah.
I mean, the release order thing, that's probably the most interesting part of this show. And it's not actually that interesting, because if they didn't call it out, it would just be a regular show.
Mm-hmm.
It would just be a regular show,
fucked up.
and then it would just have context for the flashbacks, and that would be it. Like, every episode would start with a 3 months ago, or something like that, for when it decides to skip backwards. So calling it out and being like, no, this is really episode 2, just seems like a gimmick.
Yeah, I get you.
So,
Yeah, I assumed someone fucked up when they were uploading the files. I didn't even realize it was a planned thing.
okay, so I guess we're rolling.
Yeah, 1 to 26, yes?
Mm-hmm.
Well, we have 24. Wow.
Alright, so that's X, no, Y.
Why? You can't say why in a cool way. Why?
Why not?
Why not?
Why not?
I'm sorry. Okay, 30...
Never be sorry for making me do a why not impression.
38.
All right, 38. Ready? Drum roll, please. 19. Halfway.
19.
No, 19.
The name of this has me intrigued. Young Animator Training Project 2011.
Okay. There are 4 episodes. Someone needs to check the thing.
All right. Young Animator Training Project 2011. 4 anime works which received. No, this looks like a compilation of different like OVAs.
Basically,
Yeah, I think we'll have to re-roll that.
All right. Nuking
Sunday
that.
show.
Why?
37?
So off of 37 now.
5.
5, a bit nearer to the top. 1, 2, 3, 4. Yama no Susume. Translation: Encouragement of Climb.
Okay. Oh, this is about little kids, I guess.
Yeah, let's see that.
Aoi prefers indoor hobbies and is afraid of heights, but her childhood friend Hinata loves to show off her passion for mountain climbing. As young children, they once watched the sunrise from the top of a mountain, and now they've decided to take up mountain climbing in hopes of seeing that sunrise again. Oh, it's a really sweet setup. They have cooking battles with mountaineering gear, climb small hills in their neighborhood, and meet new mountaineering friends as they learn the ropes of the hobby. Ah, the ropes! I get it. When will they finally see that sunrise again? This sounds really sweet.
Yeah, sounds nice.
I'm down for it.
Yeah.
Oh.
I think we're going to end this year with most of us still having our vetoes.
I used my veto last week, I believe. So
I'm pretty sure Kenshi might be the only one that still has one, unless.
yeah,
I still have mine.
Oh, okay. Yeah, it remains use it or lose it, despite Kenshi's protests, because he decided to stick to his gun. No, I'm not using it in the first 3 months, even though the show is shit. Yeah.
Well, he'll know better next year.
Hopefully.
As for now, though, less than no reason to veto this one.
Yeah, this one seems fun.
Yeah.
Well, not fun, but, cute, I guess is a better word for it.
yeah.
Though I'm curious about those cooking battles. That sounds weird. I'm not expecting Shokugeki no Soma, because I don't want to see that with these characters. That's not...
Yeah. I'm in agreement with you. I don't want to see it with these characters.
Yeah. So, okay, that's, what was that? Yama no Susume is the anime we're watching for next week, so...
Yeah. One day we'll have watched all of the anime.
No, we won't. They add them too fast for us to be able to keep up, unless I never update this list again. And that's not going to happen. Bye, everybody.
Even then, that would take us weeks, years, probably.
Bye.
Bye.
See you guys.
Oh, I watched something completely different anyway, because, there were 2 links in the thing.
Oh yeah, there were 2 links. One of them was one we had to veto it for some reason. Because it was 4 episodes. No, that wouldn't have been why. I don't know why.
I don't know what the reason was, but the sound is a good enough reason. You couldn't have watched it, really.
Oh wait. No, I don't know what it was, but it doesn't matter anymore. I started the recording like a minute ago, but I'm not going to stop because this is maintenance and stuff rather than actual doing stuff.
Hey, whatever.
So, yeah, we screwed up and did a dumb. That Yama no Susume that was supposed to be the anime for the next episode, it's 3 minutes long, so it's not. I think that's one of the criteria for not doing a show. So
Yeah, it is. That's why I always check it. Because especially if it's a show I don't want to do.
yeah, but I think we were all okay with doing this one, and then we just had to cancel one before this one came up. So it makes sense for why we would just be like, hey, let's just fucking do it and take it, and it's fine. What did I just do? Turn off alerts. There we go. Right. So we are now fixing that mistake and need to roll another one. I believe the method we do for when a thing is not actually a show we can do is we re-roll the same letter, yes?
I think so. Yes, we're doing that now.
Yeah.
All right, let's do this now then. So this letter would be Y then.
Yes.
Because I was trained by the Count from Sesame Street, so I know how to do this.
Yeah.
Let's see.
37.
Okay. Gotta punch it in real quick. 37, my friend. We get 27.
Where's my thing? 27. All right, okay. Num, 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 num. Okay, that's not. Alright, hang on.
Forget Yu Hakusho. I'm gonna let you right now. I just watched the whole thing like a month ago, so I'm not gonna watch it.
Oh, you didn't miss that, so it's fine. Very close to it, though. Yume de Eitara. Story about one guy, very professional. Fuguru something, a complete loser when it comes to relationships with women and the girls Shiozaki Nagisa and Hamaoka Mio. Since the story is pretty simple and hilariously funny, further explanation will just spoil everything. Take the hint, watch it yourself.
Oh, cool. 90s hair, man. Cool.
Yeah.
Wait, it's 3 episodes. Let me check this.
Also, thanks, plot summary. That was... You really earned your existence there.
A little waste of existence. All right, let's see this thing real quick. Give me a second. Put it up.
There are no comments.
Okay, it's 25 minutes long.
Even in the episode, there are no comments. No one is watching this show, or has watched the show as far as I can tell. Alright. Yeah.
I have a few weeks left to veto. I'm not going to veto yet.
You don't have a few weeks left. You have maybe one.
It's okay. I have like maybe 1 week to veto. We're gonna do this. We're gonna do this.
Alright.
It's gonna be terrible. Did I actually click? I didn't click on the dub. Why did it give me the dub? There is no not dub. Never mind. It's all dub.
But yeah, there are 2 instances of the show on the page, and both of them say dub. Okay, fair enough.
I'm not expecting anything even passable here. This is 98, dog.
This is gonna be rough.
Hopefully I can laugh at how terrible it is. There's always hope for that.
I look forward to everyone talking like this for their lines.
Yeah, I only heard like one line and it was kind of like that. So I was like, all right, at least I can make fun of that.
Okay. Once again, bye everybody.
Oh, bye, I guess.